So this is my Resident Evil 2 project that I've been working on for a while now. A lot longer than I'd like to admit. And if you haven't seen anything on this on the Resident Evil Facebook or anything, this is for the Resident Evil 2 board game. I'm recreating the entire Resident Evil 2 video game in... I used to think it was 28mm scale, but I think it's 33 maybe is what they said. But it's meant to be used with the board game. And whereas the board game has, a tile system you can lay out, I wanted to actually play in the real thing. So, this is the main hall you may recognize. Yeah, you might. It's a little roughed in. So I've been teaching myself to 3D model, and I've started modeling the pieces. And so in this room, the only thing you're going to see that I've modeled and 3D printed is the doors and the stairs. And most of these will end up just being prototype parts. They'll be replaced. Part of this was for me to get the scale correct. I have the other wing is roughed in, kind of like this. But it is out in my garage because I only have so much room that I can work with. It's going to split into 3 major pieces, the main hall and then the east and west wing, for storage and possibility for playability, being able to pull each floor off. So you can see some more 3D printed pieces. This is the library. That's the puzzle moving bookcases. And some of the other pieces, and then that's roughly where you would get the plug, or the if you're playing clear, you'd get one of those bad boys. So those two may not be that impressive to look at, but hopefully you'll think what's underneath is. So I'm much further along on the first floor. What is that? East wing? West wing. First floor, west wing. I can't speak. So we got some paint on things. We have 3D printed pieces. Let's go on the other side. So hopefully, it looks familiar. We got the liquor hallway and the file room, and this is what I call Marvin's office, the officer office. This would be where Marvin ends up turning into a zombie. The reception room. And then we got the dark room. Developing some photos. And the evidence room, which you notice some of these are super rough. Not only have I learned to 3D model, but I'm still learning how to 3D print correctly. So some of the pieces are pretty rough. Didn't quite print right, but I didn't want to take the time to print it again. At that particular time, I wanted to just move on, keep sizing things. Got some of the broken window boards. They've used some of these tables to block the window, and then I've just kind of got these pieces thrown in. They're supposed to be glued to the wall and stuff, but I haven't got to that point yet. And then you might recognize that's where you light the fire to get the little red jewel in the game. So anyway, I'm pretty pleased with as far as I've been able to come. This is the room that I've been focusing on more recently, making all of the crown molding and getting the stairs correct. And then something in the board game, you have to use actions to open and close the doors. So in this, my doors needed to be functioning. So you'll notice I've put little pins, which are paper clips. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but in the floor, I've put little brass tubes for them to rest in so they don't tear the foam up. So I only have a couple of doors in at the moment. The walls haven't been glued in because I've still been painting. Painting is not my favorite, and I'm never happy with it. So I keep going back and trying to get some colors right. But I do have these in and they function. Give you an idea what it looks like. So in the board game, you get 4 actions per turn, and opening doors or closing them would take each would take an action. So, and if you don't close them, zombies can follow you from room to room, which is not what you want. And then over here I have a big stack of archways that go in the liquor hallway, like the game. These would be like the center pieces. They're a pain in the butt, and so I don't have them in right now. I'm not going to put them back in until I'm ready to glue all the walls down. So I'm tired of pulling them in and out. They're boogering up my walls. They've just been a little bit of a nightmare. Some of the detail work on that. I've modeled everything to try to look the way it does in the game. This was actually the very first thing that I made. So, anyway, I'm sorry for my shoddy camera work, but I wanted to make a video to put on YouTube to kind of show most of the progress. I have other stuff that I've been working on as well, that I've got posted on the Resident Evil board game Facebook group, and I think it's called Resident Evil Veterans. It's just a fan group also on Facebook. And then I have a Discord and an Instagram that I just started in the description of this video. If you're interested at all at seeing some of the pictures and the progress as it goes, I'll definitely update and post on there more than I will videos. So come check me out if you're interested. All right. See you later.